This episode of Baddies is sponsored by Natalie's Vapes. All you'll need is one toke and you'll be saying, "You guys," in no time. And with all the smoke that happened in this episode, y'all gonna definitely need y'all vapes. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Voodoo Doll TV, bake with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be, honey. And girl, this is Baddies Africa Reunion Part 2, and it was a lot going on from beginning to end. Remember, we starting this episode off with fights and ended it off with fights, and it's a lot of wins and it's a lot of losses. But I ain't gonna lie, the new three is the three. I gotta say that part. And Dolly got beat up. Oh, girl, Pretty P dragged Dolly, didn't she? Girl, there's so much going on. Finally rubbed up her face with the grease, and she did her little one or whatever the case may be. But the big three went out sad, bruh. Yeah, they went out sad. They went out real sad. But at least someone got her boobs done. I don't know if that even means anything. Nevertheless, Tabby got beat up again as usual, and that eye got swole shut again. It's almost at this point in time, Tabby needs to just throw the whole eye away. But either way, Tabby done got beat up again. Natalie came out and beat Diamond the body up, and I'm over here trying to figure out what done happened. Oh, Killer done dragged Miranda behind the baby daddy. Apparently they done set her up for the money and the cars and all of that. And then we got Rolly over here trying to be a den mama with no show. Girl, go be a den mama and make a show. Girl, it's a lot going on this episode. I need y'all to grab y'all vapes. Normally I tell y'all grab y'all teens, but at this point in time, grab your vapes. Before you get your vapes though, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to hit that notification bell. That will let you know when I upload and or go live on the channel, and you'll get the notification. So make sure y'all do those things. Now that we hear y'all, do me a favor, y'all, because my head hurting before we even get into it. Grab your vapes, girl. Grab your vapes, your looker, your earbud, your za. Whatever it is, do it responsibly, girl. And let's get right on into the episode because there's too much going on. Let's get into it. So now the episode opens up where we left off. LCK is on her way down to the ground because Skrilla is about to knock her there. Listen, I don't know why LCK came in with this mouth guard and this bonnet as if she really was going to win a fight. I don't know what was going through her head, but either way, she got to the stage and none of that took place because when LCK got there, Skrilla dogged her. Skrilla walked her like a pit bull. Do you hear me? Girl, Elsie ought to be tired of getting bet. Her jaw ought to be hurting. That side of her face should be swole forever, girl. This is a shame, girl. And the worst part is she almost had a little inkling of possibly doing something when Skrilla had kind of jacked back a little. I said, all right, all right, Elsie, get your one in. And as soon as I said that, girl, Skrilla done body slammed LCK and knocked her down to the ground. Now, this is the worst part. Skrilla probably 105 pounds after she done ate 3 whole course meals. You see what I'm saying? And LCK got to be at least 140, 160. So to let Skrilla drag her down like that was really hurtful. I mean, look at Diamond. Diamond's face was meat. Skrilla had done flipped LCK over and put her on the ground and went to pounding her like ground beef. Do you hear me? And even Diamond the body was over there making faces. And I was making the same faces saying, somebody please get the amber lamps for LCK. And while y'all over here playing, as long as she stayed hitting under that sofa with her face, I really said, somebody call the amber lamps. Like, for real, you know, bitches be catching seizures and all types of stuff on this show. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to say, when she fell down to the ground and her face fell under the sofa, I said, oh, Lord.
Oh, somebody, he needs some milk.
And then when LCK finally resurfaced from the ground, her little feelings was hurt more than her face. And I said, now, you know that's hard. You ever got into a fight and your feelings got hurt more than your face? No, I haven't. But I'm just saying, if that would have ever happened, it would probably traumatize me. And I think that's what happened to LCK. She went to the bike, really reevaluated why she even came on the show with these Negroes. You know, she was cosplaying anyway. And I know she didn't sign up to get beat up like this. Oh, LCK, girl, that was God putting you in the right spot to get popped. Move around, girl. Anyway, so Outside, look at all saucy. Oh, girl, I guess Elsie on out the way, honey. Elsie is going. Look at here, Lane Bryant. Leave that girl alone, because the punks was doing too much this episode anyways, okay? It look a timey. Done came on here and lied talking about she done changed. Whole time she just don't want to fight. She want to sit here and smoke the vapes. And one thing I noticed was everybody on this side of the couch had vapes, but nobody on the other side of the couch had vapes. Put a pin in that. We gonna get to that because I feel like Natalie stopped giving vapes to everybody and only gave them to her friends. I'm just saying. Anyway, so we get to Fauna in the little three, and we find out that first of all, they only the little three because they were forced to be, and that's simply because the big three tried to punk them and, you know, mispronounce Fauna's name. And then we also find out that Fauna put Vaseline on her face, and that tells me that she talked to somebody old school woman who used to fight back in the day. You feel me? Who used to know how to keep her face clean when she put them knuckles on her. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead on, Fauna. Who you talk to? But Fauna said she want all the smoke from whoever and whatever because people is not about to play with her. Fauna, you too smart and too pretty to be over here playing with these girls. Get your ones off and move around, girl. You too big for this. You too pretty for this. I said it. I'm sorry. I got to say that part. And look at all rolling. I just love the little three. I think they came in with a lot of personality, and I saw how the big three tried to punk them, and I love that they stood 10 toes. Yeah, they lost most of their fights, but it didn't matter. They still fought. Yeah, they got beat up a lot, but it don't matter. Them girls still fought. And Skrilla was like, yup. Sure did. And did the cameraman catch Dolly ducking wreck? Did the cameraman catch Dolly ducking wreck? That's all I want to know, because Dolly ducking wreck. And we out here to fight everybody. And I'm like, Skrilla, you got to calm down, girl. A little bit. But her and K. Rican was on 10. They was out there singing, it's a baddie party, you cannot get in. The original version, allegedly. So my girl Skrilla got the whole audience singing her song, and I love that for her, seeing as Tinker and them stole her song, allegedly. And then I noticed that the punk started punking, so look at Saucy. Yep, it's a baddie party, you cannot get in. Yep, that's right. And then look at him turning right to Diamond. So Diamond, what's your part? You want to sing your part? Diamond, what you gonna say, girl? Because they singing her part, you want to sing your part? So then Diamond burst out into her song, oh, you bitches think you tough? And I'm like, oh, okay, they trying to do a little battle one, too. But one thing I like about Diamond was like, you know, we both women and we both did our big one. Girl, y'all stole that girl's song. I know you just did the feature, Diamond, but let's just call it that, okay? But like Fauna said, she is greased up like a turkey, and it is not Thanksgiving. She ready for all the smoke from Lex and whoever else want to line it up. She said her and the little three is tired of everybody playing with them. She tired of the big three. She said she wanted with all three of them and everybody else. So I'm like, ooh, girl, this gonna be good. And look at Pretty P. Now, you know, I knew when Pretty P came out with them two braids to the bike, I knew she was coming for all the smoke. Now, mind you, the little three got beef with the big three, and Pretty P still wanted with Dolly behind the doggone Rolex watch and the baddie chain situation. So they already got beef. Pretty P is on crunk, and the big three is reiterating, like I said, that they feel like they only had to band together like that because they were being bullied by the so-called big three. Now, they say they real friends outside of this whole baddies thing, and I really hope they are because they have a lot of chemistry. But I noticed one thing about this show. They use the term friend loosely, and they become friends with somebody 2 seconds after meeting them. It's just not real friendship no more. Ciao. Anyways. So then Bobby Lights decided to activate his messy punk, and he asked Anna if she had any beef with Skrilla. And everybody was like, what? Beef with Skrilla? And even Anna was like, what you mean? And Bobby was like, well, I had heard that you was online talking stuff about Skrilla. Do you have beef? And Anna was like, me? That wasn't me. That was a burn page. That wasn't me. And Bobby Lights was like, no, girl, that was you. We saw your verified check, and we had went into your DMs and sent you the screenshots, and you had sent the thumbs up. That was you, girl. Do you really still want beef with Skrilla or no? Because we'll see. Now, Skrilla was over there looking, waiting on her to say anything wrong because Skrilla and the little three is already ready to go. They already ready on 10 for everybody. Plus, Anna is cool with Miranda, who Skrilla already got beef with behind her baby father. So she really waiting on Anna to say something crazy. But Anna Mac is taking the short, simple, sweet road and saying that she don't have no issues with Skrilla. She don't know where any of this is coming from. She's neutral, she's fragile, and she only been on 2 episodes for the season. So she don't know why everybody's directing all of this heat to her. And I'm over here saying, Anna Mac, girl, you can't be this slow now. So Skrilla jumped up and was like, Anna girl, you is fake. Let me tell you why we beefing. So they had a blog page who was commenting crazy stuff behind me and Miranda and our beef. And then you jumped in talking about my friend, my sister, like you got her back. And I feel like if that's what it is, then we need to know. Now at this point in time, I'm with Skrilla. Cause we'll see. Then Skrilla said, and don't sit up here and try to lie because I got screenshots, receipts, I got voice notes, clippings, girl. I got everything from you. So we'll see. And also, why do you feel the need to jump in for Miranda? Do you feel like you need to handle her lightweight? Because if so, we could do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what you want to do? And look at Anna. What? Okay. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not even American. I don't even fight like that. I'm not even black. But no, I never said nothing about you. Yes, I'm friends with Miranda. We are both clear. So I have to be friends with her. But I don't want to beef with you or none of the little three. I don't want to beef with nobody. I don't even be fighting like that. Ask Biggie. So Bobby Light saw all the commotion and said, I'm not about to let you do it, Anna. I'm not about to let you skate past this time. Girl, you was talking cash money shits, not about Skrilla. You said you gonna beat her up, drag her up the river, throw her body in the yard, all types of stuff. So why you don't say it to that girl face? Like, what's tea? Why you on here copping please? Is you ducking wreck? And Anna was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. Adios míos. What is going on? Is this Telemundo? I don't know what's happening. Bobby, you're so messy. I hate you. I just gave you a ski trip, and this is what you do to me, Bobby. I hate you. I'm going to get another punk to beat you up, Bobby. And no, I don't want to fight Skrilla, and no, I don't want to fight anybody. Yes, Miranda is my friend. We're both clear, but I'm not going to fight for her. I don't want to get beat up today. Skrilla over on the side peeping how Anna copping these pleas, and she like, oh, she ducking wreck too. So now Skrilla really won't fight. Skrilla like, man, I won't fight everybody. I said, now hold up, Skrilla. That's how you got beat up the whole season. You gotta calm down. You jumping the gun, girl. Calm down. So Janisha steps in and was like, listen, y'all keep bringing up Miranda, saying that this is the source of the situation. So let's do this. Let's bring Miranda out and let Miranda have a conversation with Skrilla. And I said, uh-oh. I knew it was some crap when Saucy stood his big bike up and was waiting for Miranda to come out. And I'm looking at Miranda with all that heavenly white saying, girl, they about to drag you to the pits of hell. You should have wore red. Poor Miranda. Every time you come in cute and you're going to leave looking crazy. As soon as she came in, there goes Skrilla. Now, at this point in time, I don't really know what the beef was. Because on the show, they were cool. Remember, someone was trying to get them to beef. And Skrilla was like, girl, she messing with my baby daddy. It's cool. It's not no big deal. And they were acting like it was cool. But I knew they had tension because they didn't really interact. I knew it was some tension. Well, it turns out it's more than that, child. So as soon as Miranda set her bag down, her and Skrilla got to fighting. And Skrilla beat Miranda up. She did. Skrilla beat Miranda up, and it was kind of an easy kill. Now, Miranda at first was hanging in there a little bit, I guess, but it didn't quite work out in her favor. By the time security pulled these girls apart, Miranda had a wigless head, and I couldn't tell the difference between her and Skrilla. All I know is the one in the white got beat up. That's all I know and I remember. Then they look over and we see Anna over there with the biggest face of concern because she want to help her friend. She want to jump in and help her friend so bad, but she feel like it might be racist, number one. And number two, she don't want to get beat up because anything she do jumping in regarding any one of them three, she gonna get dogged. She know that. That's why she kept saying, don't jump in, don't jump in. And while she's doing that, Skrilla and Miranda about to go another round and Poe or Anna in the back saying, please throw in the towel. Please don't fight. But Miranda said she got to stand on 10 even if she gonna fall on the back too. That mean her cheeks. You get it? She said she got to stand on 10. And look at Miranda, girl. What do you have on? Girl, what is that, a body garment? Oh, girl. Round 2 of the tangle and twistle. And I ain't gonna lie. Like I say, Miranda got a couple off. She did. She got a couple of them off, but it's Skrilla. But at the end of the day, Skrilla took it home. And I'm starting to realize the more and more as I'm watching this show or this season, the reason why Skrilla took it home is because what we're going to find out later, that Skrilla really is still in love with her baby father. And even though she was acting like it was cool with Miranda dating him, she really was feeling some type of way. And this is probably what caused her to beat Miranda so bad because, she really had all that animosity, just holding up in her, acting like it's cool when she really wanted to beat her up. I get it. So that's probably why Skrilla had the upper hand in the fight. Miranda ain't have no doggone animosity like she did. And poor Anna Mac is trying to hide her face so she don't see her friend get mollywopped. Girl, look, is you a friend or no? Like, I'm just trying to see something. You over there acting like you in a conundrum, trying to figure out what's decision to make. Like, you at a fork in the road. Girl, what is gonna be? Like, for real. This when I knew your girl Miranda was getting dogged and washed. When I seen Diamond a body face and you covering yours. Listen, girl, with friends like Anna Mac, bitch, unless that hoe bringing over a burrito, there's nothing else to talk about. I said what I said. And look at Bobby. Bitch. Punta. Uncover your eyes. Uncover your eyes. Open your eyes and see your friend get beat. Are you gonna watch your friend get beat? Open your eyes. Do you see her face? Look at her face. And girl, when they show Miranda, I see, oh, Miranda. And you're not as cute as I thought you was. You real heavy, masculine looking. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, Miranda, you look so bad. And you got beat up by that girl, by that boy baby mama? All of that? Girl, this don't make no sense. And Bobby was honking again, trying to antagonize Anna to come off the stage and get in the paint, telling Anna to get in the paint and help her friend. And we all know Anna don't want that type of beef. So she got the yelling back at Bobby because she felt like he was being too messy. And let me say this. I get it. Bobby is extra messy. Saucy is extra messy. But I'm not going to lie. We can't be choosy on when we want them to be messy. That's the reason why we have them on the show. Because they say what we thinking at home and they buck up the fights that we want to see. Yeah, they punks. Yeah, they messy. But that's the point. That's why they're here. I'm not about to let y'all mess up the dynamic of the show because y'all don't want Anna to get beat up this season. No. If they won't come on here and be messy, let Saucy and Bobby be messy. That's why we got them here. And remember, we watching Baddies, not the Brady Bunch. Y'all get the going back and forth. It's Baddies, fat, not the Brady Bunch. Okay? Anyway, Miranda sat down to try to catch her thoughts for what I don't know because there's nothing in there. But she was trying to catch her thoughts and everybody's trying to figure out what is wrong. Even Saucy was like, Miranda, what is tea? Like when we last saw y'all on the show, y'all was cool. She was cool with you being with her baby daddy. Now all of a sudden is tea? Like what's tea? Well, it was actually Janisha because Saucy already had the tea. So Skrilla jumps up and was like, she's a mark. She's a mark. She's just mad. She bought my baby daddy all type of cars and clothes and houses. And I live in all of her houses. And she's a mark. And we use her for her money. And she's scary. And she lame. And I'm over here saying, wait a minute. Hold on. Skirt. What done happened? So meanwhile, Miranda was like, girl, you just mad because your baby daddy keep coming back to my house because I keep buying him cars and buying him houses. Yeah, I let you stay in his houses. You don't have nowhere to stay. But other than that, girl, you really just mad because your baby daddy want me and he keep coming back to me. And yes, I trick, but that's not why he coming back. So Skrilla was like, you a mark. You a mark. Me and him sat down and we used you together and we got everything out of you. You a lame and that's what you do. You go around buying niggas houses and cars. And I'm over here saying, do she dag on the low because I sure would like me a house. I'm just saying on the low. And then Miranda was like, hold it. First of all, I didn't buy your baby daddy a house. I only rented him an apartment because he don't have no credit and he just got out of prison. Second of all, who cares what I did for him? I loved him. What's wrong with you? And Skrilla was like, you got played by a hood bitch and her baby daddy. You got played. And I'm over here saying, somebody stop the tape. I am of confusion. What is happening here? And look at Miranda. She won't turn around and say, I hog-tied her baby daddy to stay with me. I don't even know how to hog-tie no nigga. I'm a hog-tie. So basically the gist of this thing is Skrilla allowed her baby daddy to go be with Miranda for, I guess, 6, 7, 8 months. And during this time, Skrilla wants us to believe that she was okay with Miranda spending all the money for her baby daddy to bring it back to her and she didn't care. I don't believe that at all. Girl, Skrilla baby daddy come and go as he please. Her house is like a saloon door. It just goes around in a circle. And the fact of the matter is that nigga went out that door that last time and went by Miranda and you got mad. You tried to play it off like you wasn't really tripping. And as soon as your baby daddy came back in that house and told you he wanted to be back with you, it was up with Miranda and you had done collected all your tea and information for why you gonna fight her later. And that's why you fought her. Girl, call a spade, girl. We done all been there, Skrilla. Just say that. But don't act like you was in on the heist, girl. You ain't had no clue about that robbery. Get away from me, girl. But Miranda says she's done with her baby daddy for now, and she don't really want no more smoke with Skrilla. They done thought they did what they had to do, but she just feel like it was fake because Skrilla was acting like she was cool with her sleeping with her baby daddy. And I'm over here saying, do y'all hear yourselves? Yeah, both of y'all slow. So then Skrilla is going back and forth with Miranda, and randomly she just hollers, shut up. That's why you just got beat up just like your friend sitting behind you. And I said, girl, who behind her? And it was LCK. Look at her. I didn't even see her sneak back on the set. LCK, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You done came out here and cosplayed as a baddie and got beat up the whole season. Girl, you was a flunky. Oh, girl, LCK, move around. So now they bring out Tabby. Lord have mercy. Why they brought out Tabby? I had done forgot between all the fighting with Skrilla and them that Tabby still had to get beat up. I forgot. So Lord, they brings out Tabby. Tabby is coming out on 10 with a whole bunch of energy, and I love that for her. But let's call a spade a spade. Tabby had a horrible time on Baddies. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She only beat up LCK and maybe one other person. Every other fight, she was on her knees. And it wasn't for pleasure, nah? Girl, Tabby had a horrible time this season. And I get it. She says she here to just have high energy and vibration, but that don't be the situation around her. You see what I'm saying? So they asking her who she got beef with. And she said she still got beef with Lex. She still wanted with her. She said she don't want to beat up LCK no more because since she bat the Dr. Pepper taste out of her, she ain't really had much to deal with after that. So LCK feeling convicted and feeling like she had to just, raise her hand. She decided to raise her hand and was like, yeah, it was me. I got bat up by everybody in the house. Yes, Tavy beat me up like a million times. And yes, it's over. Like, it's done. And I'm saying, thank God, LCK, because you don't have no more fight left in you, girl. So now Rolly tapped into her den mother tease and turned over to what's the girl named Tavy and was like, one thing about Tavy, people might talk about her and say she has the face of an elder, but one thing about her is she have the spirit of the elders, because I spoke to her mama and that girl came from a good house. They eat breakfast and dinner together at a table, and the only place I ever seen that happen is on TV. So that's how I know Tavy come from a good family. And look at Tavy, see? Yes, my face is struggle. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I look like everything that I've gone through, but my love inside of me is what keeps me going. That's what keeps me breathing. My breath. That's what keeps my heart pumping. My blood. That's what keeps my legs walking. And I say, oh, Tavy girl, what? And Tavy gave a cute little speech if you want to be inspired and all of that. But after the inspiration, Tavy, you got beat up and you look so bad. Sit down. So they bring up the situation with Scotty versus Lex, because obviously Tavy over there acting like she really want that smoke with Lex, and I'm saying, girl, you be asking for your ass whoopings. That's the craziest part. But anyway, they bring up the situation between Lex and Scotty, and I don't even want to talk about it. I just hate that whole situation. Like I told y'all before, none of them fights was real, and y'all stop giving Scotty her big ones, because sometimes she don't deserve them. Every one of them fights she had with Lex was not fighting her at her full force. Y'all know that. Now, Scotty, we gonna give you an A for effort, but that's it. That's all. We're not gonna keep congratulating Scotty on getting set up with fights. We're not gonna do it. So like I said, Tabby is over here talking about fighting everybody in the big three and whoever else wants smoke. She says she wants smoke with everybody. But like I said, this is typically how it starts before Tavy get beat up. But she wants smoke. And while that's happening, the big three is backstage listening. Now, this is some Jerry Springer type stuff. You know how Jerry Springer used to be saying, well, do they know? They know now because they're backstage listening. Come on out. That's the type of scene it was given, and I love it. I just don't understand the mask. And I keep telling Dolly, she looked just like the mask. Just put her hair to the bike. It's going to be the same. Also, again, as you can see, guess who has a vape? Summer. Guess who's on Natalie's side? Summer. Everybody on Natalie's side of the couch had access to vapes, while as the other side, nobody had vapes. I'm telling you, Natalie been using these vapes as doggone traps to get these girls to baddies. I've been saying it, y'all ain't won't listen to me. But anyways, while Janisha's getting ready to bring out the big three, Diamond the Body decides to strip down on her tearaway dress, and it looks like some majorette outfit. So she had on some sneakers, and she had on this little tearaway situation that was kind of cute. Very much so ready for a fight. So I'm sitting up here saying, okay, Diamond had the outfit ready. She thought about what she was going to wear, how she was going to tear it off, when she was going to take it off, how it was going to look when she presented. I'm like, okay, Diamond hands got to be on ready because she got everything prepared, right? And before they could bring out the big three, Saucy decides that he wanted to take off his shoes so he can run up and down the aisle. And that wasn't the problem. The problem was he couldn't get them off. And he had to enlist the help of Scotty to help get his shoes off. And this was worse than Cinderella. Girl, Scotty was pulling for her dear life to get that goddamn boat off of Saucy's foot. Look at how big the shoe is. Girl, that's gotta be a size 29. What is going on? Girl, the shoe longer than Scotty's torso. What is happening? And the fact that he got Scotty over there tugging for her life as if she in a game of tug of war is just baffling me. And then when she walked away with the shoe, I realized the shoe was longer than her forearm. And I said, there it goes. See, Saucy? That's a sign, Fat. Certain things you ain't supposed to be doing. If your heel gotta be longer than the avenue, maybe you should put on some flats. I'm just saying, I don't know. Let's move on. So Saucy got up when the big three was on their way out. He started running all up and down the aisle like he was at church catching the Holy Ghost. Because you know the big three is his people. He said he rocked with the big three. And y'all know I rock with the big three too. But I gotta be honest. Once them girls came out, it was a fistathon. Do you hear me? It was fist swinging everywhere, wigs all over the place, braids all over the place, mouthpieces, legs, hell, everything, girl. Everybody was fighting. I couldn't keep up to see who was fighting who, but I do know that the big three ran up on the little three and everybody got to fighting. Now, I did see Anna in the background looking like she was trying to jump in, but trying to figure out who and why and where to jump in. And even though she couldn't figure out when, she still tried. And this what I be talking about with Anna, because you know we got Baddies USA coming up. When the big three and or the little three want to tear her head off, I don't want to see her running over there by Biggie, Big Dominican, and I damn sure don't want her over there by Tessiki. I don't want to hear it. Because she always jumping in something that don't have nothing to do with her. So it's a big old commotion, and Big Lex done got a hold of Tabby, and I'm over here saying, Lord have mercy, this is not going to go out in Tavy's favor. Now, at one point, Tabby came in with 2 eyes and left with 1. I don't know if it was in this scene or the next one. All I know is it didn't work out for Tabby. Now, right here, I don't know if Lex still got Tabby or if she done got a hold of Fauna. All I know is whoever's on the other end of that lick is going to feel it, and I wouldn't want to be him. And then Dolly over there acting like she ducking and trying to doggone get behind security or get beyond security. And I'm starting to feel more like Skrilla. Dolly over there ducking wreck. Like, what's tea? Dolly, is you being selective in ducking wreck? I think so. So now Fauna and Lex finally get the twist up. You know, this is the rematch we was looking for. Fauna had got Lex 1 or 2 times. Lex had got Fauna 1 or 2 times. And this is the mix-up and matchup that we was looking for. Now, we all know we like Fauna. We don't want her face to get messed up. So, hopefully, Lex don't hit her in her face. So, now, Summer lines it up with Skrilla. And here's where we find that Summer went got her boobs done. Summer, I know you getting new money, Fat. But I sure hope you putting something up and investing something. Buy you a house, Summer. The boobs ain't gonna keep you afloat, girl. No pun intended. But they get to fighting, and I ain't gonna lie, I give this fight to Summer only because Skrilla closed her eyes and just kind of started windmilling, and Summer licks, it kind of had more direction than Skrilla. So I gotta give it to Summer on this fight. Now, after they broke that up, mind you, Miranda is sitting on the couch, and I guess Summer wanted some smoke, girl. All I know is Summer turned her doggone attention to Miranda, and by the time Miranda could look up and count to 2, Summer was on her ass. Girl, Summer had done leap across the couch like a leapfrog and jumped on Miranda, and Miranda got beat up again. I don't even know if Miranda saw that one coming or even why it came. All I know is Miranda was on the floor windmilling for her life, and you had to know that Anna was coming in because now she really don't care about Summer. So here come Anna. She done jumped in the fight, and now her and Summer done got the tangling and twisting because they already had prior beef. But this is what I be talking about with Anna. Anna want to be fragile when she want to be she fragile but fight when she want to fight. Because she really should have fought Skrilla the way she was talking online. That's just me. But either way, in my opinion, it looks like Summer ended up getting more of the best of Anna. I mean, like I said, watching them fight is like watching two grasshoppers or two crawfish or something. It's kind of funny, but it don't matter. If I had to choose a winner, I would say that Summer got the best of Anna this fight. And that's kind of good for Anna, because you should have let your friend get beat up like you did the first time. So after they broke up the fight, everybody looking for Dolly. And like I said, I'm more like Skrilla. She's somewhere ducking fade. She's somewhere ducking smoke. What she called it? Ducking wreck. Yeah, she's somewhere ducking wreck, because why is Dolly MIA when all the fighting is happening? Look at Rolly in a state of disgust. You know, Rolly, you could really do a Baddies like Charm School. You really could, Rolly. I mean, not really Charm School, but just trying to help the hoes be a little bit better than they was when they came in. That could be a show, Rolly. Call me, girl. We need to do some work together, girl. Let's go get this money from Zeus, girl. So now Dolly gets to squaring up with Pretty P. And boy, oh boy, this fight, I'm not going to say I chose Dolly to just beat Pretty P up, because we all know Pretty P can fight. But boy, it was not in my bingo cards for Pretty P to wash Dolly up the way she did, because she washed her on a rinse cycle. Do you hear me? Girl, by the time they got together and got to fighting, Dolly closed her eyes, and all I know is Pretty P went to work. It looked like every lick she threw at Dolly's face hit it and landed. I'm talking about wherever she wanted to. It was like she had a blank canvas. Where do I want to hit Dolly in the face? And wherever her knuckles decided to land is where they landed. Oh, she beat Dolly up. This the worst part though. Dolly could fight. It's almost like Dolly got scared at the last minute or something. I don't know, like she tricked her own self out the fight. Whatever it was, Pretty P must really felt some way about that Rolex. She must have popped a little coochie for that, because she fought for the ancestors. Do you hear me? Whoop Dolly all the way back to the Mississippi. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I know what I saw. I was there. But anyway, girl, so she done washed Dolly up, girl, ran her all up and through there, and I'm over here saying somebody get the ambulance. You know, Dolly is very fragile. She always leaving the ambulance. Somebody please call the ambulance in case she have another seizure or something, you know? The audience was so excited that Dolly got beat up. I know y'all hate the big three. I know it. But y'all really hate the big three. Y'all was so excited Dolly got beat up. Shout out to y'all though. And like I say, if you want to know what happened in the fight, watch DTB Face. DTB Face gonna tell you everything you need to know. If you watching the fight and you don't know if this person won, or you maybe think that person won, look for DTB Face. Between her and Saucy, they natural reactions is going to give you the real tea. And what I saw between Diamond the Body and Saucy Big Bike was that Dolly got washed. Oh, Dolly. Dolly got beat up worse than when Ivory did it, girl. It was a time. Now, when they broke up the fight, I was a bit perplexed, because when Pretty P came out the fight with her bra and her two braids to the bike, it gave me reminiscent of this.
Girl, next time I page you, you better be calling me back.
You know, at this point in time, I think that Pretty P is either a dagger or she boycotting the right size bra. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, we just gonna lift her up in prayer, child. Let's move on. So now they done had to rush Dolly out the bike, and she covering up her face. And that's when I knew Pretty P had dogged her. But I knew Pretty P dogged her during the fight. And honestly, Dolly, you had this one coming. Number one, you got too big for your britches. You really start feeling like you could bully people and do and say what you want. And you broke the girl watch, so you knew she was going to beat you. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, while that's happening, after Anna got into the fight with Summer, she walking out the studio with Rolly. And I'm over here saying, wait, girl, you left Miranda in there. Girl, listen. Anna is not crazy. She a little slow. She just not crazy. Anna Mac do not want no smoke. That's why she over there acting like she need to get a water break or something. And look at Tommy, just sitting here smoking on her unlimited supply of Natalie's vapes. I'm telling y'all, them vapes, don't you inhale them. If you inhale them, you're going to turn into a baddie or something like that. Please, don't inhale Natalie's. Let's move on. So now it's time for Tabby to jump up and say she want to fight Lex. Remember, Tabby asked for this fight. Nobody forced Tabby to fight. Tabby said Lex was jealous and she had to get her ones off. She still wanted to fight her. So here we go with the fight. And again, if you give Lex too much space, you will lose. Her arms are too long and her punches are too strong. And that's exactly what Tabby do every time she fight her. She give her too much space, and every time Lex cold clock her in one of them eyes. It just depends on which one she feel like hitting that day. And that's exactly what happened. Tabby got beat up. She always on her knees. Every time she fight Lex, she end up on her knees. Like, it might be a symbol or something, girl. I don't know. But Tabby got beat up and she looked so bad doing it. And again, it's about having energy and all that and feeling good. But when you getting beat up, how do you feel good in the midst of getting your ass whooped? You know what I mean? I mean, you got to be one of God's strongest soldiers to smile in the face of getting your ass whooped. Poor Tabby, girl. Tabby got told every which way but loose. Do you hear me? And look at Anna. Where she come from with an ice pack? What done happened to Anna? She done came out here dressed like she ready for the Macy's Day Parade with no batons. What is she doing out here with an ice pack on? Oh, Anna, girl, you ain't been back for 2 doggone episodes of the reunion. And you already back on injury reserve. Anna, go lay down. K-Rican wanted with Summer, but Summer said she just got her boobs done and she not gonna fight K-Rican. She said she already beat up Skrilla and she don't need to beat up no more other people. She said she done had her ones and she's done. K-Rican saying Summer is lame, but Summer don't care. She not about to fight nobody else. And K-Rican, if I'm gonna be completely honest, girl, looking at this picture, girl, you don't need to fight because you look like you already got beat up. Just don't worry about it. You a pretty girl. You don't need to be getting out there getting your face beat up, girl. Don't worry about it. You don't need to fight Summer. Let Summer get her face tapped on. Don't do that to yourself now. Now, while all this commotion going on, Natalie backstage acting like she want all the smoke. Now, Natalie done went put on a ball cap, girl, and cut off the sleeves off somebody's t-shirt and put some tube socks on to come out here like she could really fight. And that's what bothers me about Natalie. Because she's another one who set herself up to get beat up. But my girl ready though. And again, Summer's going back and forth with everybody else on that couch. And like I told y'all, it seems like the couch where Summer is sitting is Team Natalie, while the other couch is everybody else. So Summer going back and forth with the girls saying Dolly don't have to come out and fight if she don't want to. And also that she's not fighting. And she's telling Tavy to shut up because she got beat up by Lex. And Tavy was like, it don't matter though, I got a heart. And it beat. And it pumped blood. I got a heart. And I'm over here saying, girl, it don't matter, girl. Lex beat your heart up, girl. Now, Lex going back and forth with Tavy because Lex feel like, girl, you is fake. You over there acting like you real good friends with the Lil 3 when they don't even like you and you don't like them. And as a matter of fact, all you do is brag on another bitch. You over there bragging on Skrilla, but you don't have nothing to brag on about yourself. Instead of bragging on somebody else, you need to brag on you. But Tabby don't understand that. Tabby feels like, but that's my friend. Tabby, she's not your friend. If she was your friend, do you think friends would let you sit there with a black eye like that? Your friend would have helped you, girl. They not your friends. Y'all got to stop using that word. None of y'all friends. Y'all don't even like each other or know each other. And Tavy, you look so bad. I had to add that part in again. And you know what's worse? No matter how much her and Lex went back and forth, because Tavy feels like Lex is basically just jealous of her because she has this inner light and Lex just jealous of that. That could be true. But it don't matter because at the end of the day, she makes a point. What do you like about you? Tavy does have a thing where she likes to cling on to other people and try to fit in there. I don't know who Tavy is. Tavy been doing this whole season trying to be in somebody else's clique. She don't have her own identity. So when that girl asked her who she was, it made sense she could throw her hands up because she really don't have nothing to say. She don't have an answer. Tavy don't know who Tavy is. And Zeus is not the place to find yourself. So Janisha decides in order to break up all this fighting that's going on stage, she's going to bring out the CEO, Miss Natalie Nunn, and see what she has to say. Now, mind you, we all know Natalie want beef with a few people on the set. Diamond the Body and Rolly being 2 of them. So let's get into Natalie. Natalie comes out with a ball cap on, like I said, looking as pale as a vampire, getting ready to clear her throat, child, so she can say, you guys, I have vapes for everybody. Everybody except the ones on that couch. I hate you guys. Hi, guys. And look at Diamond the Body. Hey, Natalie. Now, one thing about Diamond makes good for TV, but Diamond don't want to fight if she don't have to. Diamond don't mind fighting, but Diamond don't want to fight if she don't have to. But Diamond, you already know that girl want to get in the paint, Diamond. You done already took off your little dress now. Get ready. So Natalie comes in swinging by saying she got beef with everybody on that couch damn near. She said in particular, she got beef with Natalie and Rolly. She said Rolly, she don't want to fight her. They could sit down and talk about it because she don't want to get beat up. She said, but Diamond, she could beat her. She want to fight. And Diamond was like, who, me? Huh? What happened? I'm saying, Diamond, go lay down. You knew the girl came out there to fight you, girl. Fix your lip, Bubba Gump, and get out there and get in the field. We been waiting all season for this tussle. You better get your crazy ass out there and slow dance with that sheep, girl. We need to see it. So Natalie decides to grab the mic and tell everybody that Diamond the Body be playing with her. She said, everywhere Diamond goes, she said, F Natalie none. She said, so now it's F Diamond the Body, and she want to fight, and Diamond need to get up and throw them things. Diamond is over there looking like she's confused and don't know what's happening, and before we know it, child, Natalie had done dropped the mic, ran over there by Diamond, and I don't know if Diamond thought she was coming over there to maybe give her a hug, maybe, shake her hand. I don't know, maybe pass her a vape. I don't know. All I know is by the time Natalie got over there, it was too late for Diamond the Body to process it because the licks was already swinging out the blender. Natalie had done jumped across the couch and went to wailing on Diamond the Body. And as you can see from this photo, Diamond was so caught off guard and by surprise, all she could do is just brace herself for the hits, the licks, and the fall. Because all three of them was inevitable and she wasn't ready. And I don't understand how she wasn't ready when she had done already gotten ready. Girl, it was Fight Central. Tabby tried to jump in and stop it. I think she got popped in the back of the head, but everybody pops Tabby in the back of the head. It was mayhem all over the doggone set. Saucy over there screaming and hollering, smelling all musty. Probably got the whole stage smelling like a backstage locker room for a football team. Like that nigga play for the Dolphins or something. Natalie had done got a hold of Diamond the Body and done got a hold of her good. And she ended up beating Diamond the Body down to the ground, girl. It was a lot going on. This is where the show cut off, so we don't see the full fight, but we do see when Natalie think it's sweet and walk away, Diamond the Body comes back to fight again. But that's the end of the episode, y'all. What do y'all think about this? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I will catch y'all hoes on the next one, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.